Welcome back to my channel. So, today we're going to be taking a look at what is beneath your anxiety. And I got an inspiration for this video because while I was on vacation, I got a random ping of anxiety or like just a random ping in, my gut, and I wasn't sure where it was coming from. So I figured that would be something that would be good for the collective to know if that's something that you've been experiencing. Okay, so as usual, I have 3 piles for you guys, and I'll leave it up for 10 seconds, but of course, you're more than welcome to pause the video if you need to, if you need a little bit longer, if you need to meditate, or whatever the case may be. All right, so I will see you guys at your pile. Pile number 1, welcome. So, for your first oracle card, you got Espíritu de la Tristeza. Spirit of something. Hold on. I'm actually gonna see exactly what. Oh, spirit of sadness. Okay. So, this was actually in reverse when it came out, right? Now, the meaning of the card is basically saying that you've gone through a disappointment and you've already taken a step forward or you've made headway by trying to get over it, processing it, basically. Okay? So clearly, there's a loss that occurred, whether it's a relationship, whether it is a job, or even your confidence. Something might have, yeah, I'm getting this. Something might have knocked your confidence down. Something might have occurred um, that you internalized and had you feeling a way about either the people around you or even yourself. Okay? That's how you'll know that this is your pile. Seek your destiny. All right. And then we have Muakite Jasper. All right. Muakite Jasper. Healing myself helps my past lives and my ancestor. Why is that with an E? Ancestor. Okay. I think that was supposed to be an S because the S is close to the E on the keyboard, so this might be a typo. But healing myself helps my past lives and my ancestors. Okay. And then navigate life with determination. So red salmon. So this is a fish that actually deliberately swims upstream. Okay. So there's something that's recently come into your consciousness that you realize that you have to change, and you have to change it now. And when I say you have to change it now, I don't mean that it's going to happen now, but you have an understanding that you need to put the pieces together. You need to plan. You need to, if you need support, assemble people that can help you with this situation. But there's something in your life that's occurred that's made you extremely conscious about the fact that wherever you are, whoever you're with, or the relationships that you have with specific people or a specific person isn't healthy for you anymore. Or maybe it never was. There's a realization that you're coming to that, okay, now I see why the spirit of sadness was in reverse, where you've accepted something that maybe you tried to ignore. If this is a toxic family member, this is a toxic work environment, there is something that occurred where maybe you have been tolerating this situation for a really long time, and you felt like, okay, this is just what my life is. This is just where I have to be because of XYZ, right? I just have to deal with this person because they're my family member. I have to be at this job because I need money to live. Um, I need to be in this apartment because I don't have the money to move out. Um, I have to be in this relationship because I can't financially support myself. There's something that was binding. And you're realizing how detrimental it actually is to your peace and your soul's growth. Seek your destiny. Okay, so now this actually makes sense now because you're in a thought process. So this is how you're going to know this is your reading. You're in a thought process now where you realize that as stuck as you feel, you have to find a way out. You have to make a way. And that may be something that's scary to you because maybe this is a situation that you've been in for so long and maybe you've wanted to get out, but in your mind, you didn't have any other options. But something happened that triggered your mind, letting you know that you're not safe anymore, whether it's emotionally, physically, or even in regards to your mental health. There's something that is like lighting a fire under your butt, basically, telling you that as difficult as it may seem, or it may even be, honestly, because sometimes, our circumstances can feel like they're tying us down or keeping us in certain places. But I think your mind is open to the point where like you don't have a choice. You have to go. I'm getting that very strongly. Like you have to leave this person, this environment, this workplace, even the mindset that you have. I'm also getting here that you may have been dealing with a lot of shadow work, processing your past, processing your pain, and there's a part of you that's realizing that your defense mechanisms, whatever they are, whether you are avoidant or whether you feel like, um, you're being you're in the grip of like an addiction or something. And the addiction doesn't have to be a substance, right? Like that could just be like distractions, right? Um, you're realizing that you're hurting yourself more than helping by keeping with this mindset, staying in this place, sticking with this job, keeping lines of communication open with this family member, staying in this relationship, whatever your situation may be. And honestly, with this card here, the Mokai Jasper, healing myself. I want you guys to be able to see that. Healing myself helps my past lives and my ancestors. You're actually crossing a threshold right now. So this realization, that's why with this card, it's saying that you've already taken a step forward. So this realization is your actual step forward. Even if you haven't been able to implement any action at this time, this realization is something that is propelling you at the moment. And that's what's beneath your anxiety, is that you understand that change must occur, but maybe you don't know how you're going to be able to do it, or maybe it feels like a lot for you to take on your own, or it feels uncomfortable because now you have to leave a situation that you were so familiar with for so long. All right, so that's what's beneath your anxiety. Now, navigate life with determination. Yes, that's what's beneath your anxiety. You understand that you're going to have to flex, as in you're going to have to put in a lot of work. You're going to have to be determined. You're going to have to pull yourself up by your bootstraps in order to make this happen for yourself. And maybe you've been so comfortable and complacent for so long that this is kind of scaring you, because maybe you can't see the end of the tunnel. I'm trying to make this as concise as possible. You can't see the end of the tunnel, but you know you have to go through it, and that's where the anxiety lies. What is on the other end of this tunnel? Yeah, that's what it is. What's on the other end of this tunnel for me? So it's also fear of the unknown, knowing that you can't stay where you are, but also not knowing where you're headed, which is a lot. It is a lot. I see a huge disappointment here for you, because maybe you thought that this was something that could be handled through, let's say it was a toxic work environment. Let's say maybe you felt like, okay, if I just do my job and I go home and there's no drama and I just stay out of the way and I just need to do what I need to do at work, but somehow, some way, people find a way to make you a problem in the workplace. Like, let's say even your silence is a problem at the workplace. And that's a realization where you realize no matter what it is that you do, you're gonna be unsafe and uncomfortable where you are, or who you're with, or keeping a certain relationship in your life. Alright, so I'm keeping these short today. That's your message, pile number one. And I give you all the encouragement that I can, because I can see here the only reason you're anxious about this is because you know you have to do it. And because you know you have to do it, you're going to get it done. You're going to get it done. Because I can already see from these cards, like, the way your mentality is that through hella high water, you have to find a way out. I think your back is against the wall, if that's what it feels like. From the spread that I'm getting here, that your back is against the wall. So because of that, you are gonna make things shake. You're gonna make things happen for yourself. All right, and I hope that's encouragement for you, because you really don't deserve the turmoil, discomfort, and whatever it is that these people or the situation is putting on you. You don't deserve that. And you know that too. So, alright, I hope that resonated for you guys. And if it did, please put a comment down below. I'm actually very interested to hear your guys' stories. And I definitely want to connect with you guys a lot more, because, you know, this is real life, man. You know, some of us are going through things, and I want you to know that you have people rooting for you and you're supported. All right, pal number one, take care, and I will see you in the next one. Hi, pile number two. All right, so let's see what your message is. Now, I typically look at the translation for these Spanish cards beforehand, but I forgot. Um, that might be a message in itself. Okay, so you got Lamaya. All right. I hope they don't flag me for that. Oh, shoot. Okay, Lamaya, and the translation is the supernatural can affect your work or love life. Okay. The supernatural can affect your work or your love life. Someone's sending you. I think somebody might be sending you energy. That's what's beneath your anxiety. Your anxiety isn't coming from you. Somebody's sending you. So, okay, you're picking up on evil eye. You're picking up on other people's thoughts about you. You're actually picking up on other people's conversations about you too. Okay, wait, let me see the other oracle cards. Heed your dreams. Okay. Heed your dreams. Can you see that? Maybe I gotta put it. Okay. Heed your dreams. You're definitely picking up on other people's energy. So your anxiety, what's beneath your anxiety is other people's projections onto you. People are projecting on you. And you can feel it. Cinnabar? Okay, I don't know what this is. Cinnabar. Outside the box is where you belong. Shiny and bright. You know, I've noticed these are new. Okay, these are new. I bought these cards yesterday, this crystal deck yesterday, and I can tell that this must be like you know, like an independent or an independently distributed line of cards, because this is the second what's it called? The typo that I've seen. But funny enough, I'm not annoyed by it. I actually find it endearing. Which is interesting. Outside the box is where you belongs, shiny and bright. There's something about you that cannot be duplicated. Let's say you have an energy about you that can't be faked. Like the way you carry yourself. People can try to emulate it, but it's not natural to them. Maybe you have the kind of wit or sense of humor that is unique to you, because that kind of sharpness isn't something that can be taught. It comes naturally to you. Excuse me. Maybe you have a way of commanding a room that isn't like dictative. I don't even know if that's a word, but it's not forceful, but you command the room still, and you command authority. And that's not something people can emulate, because it's just your essence. You have an essence about you that people can try to copy, but they won't be able to, because if they try, people can just like intuitively tell, just like on a human level. Like, you know, when you can tell somebody's trying too hard, that's how it feels. If somebody tries to emulate you, it might not even be that people can recognize this person's trying to emulate you, but maybe there's something about you that they want for themselves, so they try to be that. And it's just like, it doesn't hit the same. And maybe people don't register it that way, but it's kind of like, oh, why is this person acting like that? So that's actually the kind of projection that you're getting from people. People don't like the way you show up, and it's not because you're showing up in a bad way. It's actually because you're showing up in a way that isn't forced, and you're showing up in a way that is respectable. You're showing up in a way that people naturally gravitate towards you. And there are some people around you that they don't like that. But it's okay, so you have an it factor, pile number 2. So the reason you're picking up on these projections from people, because it's like, well, why can't I get the attention that pile number 2 gets? Why can't I get the things from people that pile number 2 gets? How come I can't think that fast on my feet like pile number 2 can? Ooh. So people are comparing themselves to you a lot, and you can feel that. That's what's beneath your anxiety. You're feeling how much other people actually want to be like you. But because they want to be like you and they resent you for being who you are, you're picking up on the smack that people are talking on behind your back. You're picking up on people's like inner thoughts about you. So if you're feeling a little like weird kind of tension at work, and maybe it might not be tension that's on the surface, but there's something in your gut or in your body that feels tense when you go to work, that's why. People feel like they want to be as good as you. Oh, jeez. People feel like they want to be as good as you, but they can't measure up to you. So, yeah, people are comparing themselves to you a lot. Oh, I didn't even read this card. Uh, digest your past. That's the last oracle card. Digest your past. Heed your dreams. Excuse me. Okay, so that thought is the truth. Okay, that was a confirmation burp. There are people who have known you for a very long time who try to knock you down or come at you for silly things. They like to highlight things about you that they consider flaws, but not because you're actually well, everybody's flawed. But I feel like you get what I'm saying, right? Like, not because they actually feel like you're flawed, but because they feel like you need to be humbled. There's something about you that's just a little bit too good. Good at your job, good with the relationships and connections that you have, good in the way that you show up in the world. So people have this need where they feel like they need to humble you or even downplay you. It's just like, oh, pile number 2 ain't doing nothing. They're not doing anything with their life. Oh, and pile number 2 is just a pretty face. Pile number 2 is just handsome. That's why they get everything that they have. They don't work for anything. That's what you're picking up on. There are conversations like that happen, like going on behind the scenes about you. But obviously you know that you work for everything that you have. You work very hard you struggle for the things that you have, or have struggled for the things that you have. You don't get things handed to you. But because of the fact that people want to put you in a box, they feel like you just get handed everything. And that's what you're picking up on, people's projections on you. That's what's beneath your anxiety. And I guess that's good for you to know, so that when you feel that and you don't know where it's coming from and you're like, what in the world? Why am I all of a sudden so anxious, especially around certain people in a certain environment? At least you'll know now, oh, it's because they're projecting on you. They want to minimize your value because they innately see how valuable you are. They want to chalk it up to, you know, some external factor for you being in the position that you're in, whether it is at work or having a happy relationship or whatever the case may be. Yeah, I'm getting this feeling that like people just want to say, like, people just want to think in their mind, you haven't been through anything. Your life is easy. But little do they know that you've actually been under a lot of pressure. And that's how you're even able to be the way that you are. Yeah. Ugh, you just haters. That's where your anxiety is coming from. From haters who don't mean anything. Like, the fact that these people are even projecting all of that onto you lets you know, like, how pressed they are. Like, I really feel like people are pressed over who you are. Okay, I was getting this a whole reading, and now I'm getting a really strong nudge to even say this. People want to be you. Not understanding what it takes to be you, by the way. They don't understand what it takes to be you. They don't understand the type of resilience, tenacity, strength you have to even be somebody like you. But they want to be you because they feel like looking at you, life must be good. Ugh, these people are annoying me. Alright. Well, listen, pile number 2. You ain't doing nothing right if you don't got a bit of haters, right? Alright. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. But I'm like, the fact that people are so pressed over you, just being who you are, is corny. I don't know. That's just me. But you're gonna be alright. And in fact, these people are gonna watch you be alright too. These people are gonna watch you get ahead. You have to fight through this anxiety, and I guess your spirit guides wanted you to know where this is coming from, so that your awareness is half of the battle here in terms of flicking off like these naysayers. All right. Yeah. I think that's it for you guys. Well, listen, pile number 2, keep doing the damn thing. Because people are seeing you do the damn thing. Keep on doing the damn thing. You're obviously doing something very right. Because the fact that these people are projecting on you so harshly because they want what you have, whether it's your beauty, your skills, your charm, whatever it is, the fact that they want what you have lets you know that you're all right. And there are people that you don't need to worry about at all. at all. And now that you know what's beneath your anxiety, you won't let it affect you. You will not let it affect you. Okay? All right, cool. So I hope that resonated for you guys. And if it did, please comment down below. And I'll definitely see you guys, or I hope to see you guys in the next reading. Take care. Pile number 3. Welcome. So, your first oracle card here is Diablo. Diablo, the devil. Okay. So, I'm getting for you that you're vulnerable to something right now. Okay, I might be wrong. I'm going to preface this by saying I might be wrong, but I am actually picking up really strongly on like a sexual energy. There's something sexual here. You're vulnerable. There's a temptation around you. And it's sexual. I don't know if it's coming from you or if it's actually coming from somebody else who is fantasizing about you, or wanting some sort of adult experience with you. Maybe that's where your anxiety is coming from. I think you're probably feeling this from somebody else. At first I thought it was a temptation with some sort of like addiction, like some sort of substance. But as soon as I turned the camera on, I just got this very strong. You have a lot of sexual energy being thrown your way. That's where your anxiety. Okay. You're incredibly desired by people. And I'm thinking now, if this is something that you're feeling, this is probably stuff that people are suppressing, or people feel like they can't approach you or talk to you about it, or like they can't come near you for some reason. You're somebody who's out of reach, but they're tugging on your sexual energy a lot. Okay. Let's see what the other cards have to say. Observe in silence. I think people are watching you. Why do I feel so creeped out now? I feel so creeped out right now, I'm not even gonna lie. And then you have soda light. Recall a time you stood up for yourself. Is it time to do it again? Recall the time that you stood up for yourself. Is it time for you to do it again? Is this somebody that you previously rejected? Appreciate the process. Someone's trying to call you in. That's what you're feeling. Somebody is tugging on your energy so much because they actually want to pull you back in to their life. They want to pull you back into their reality. So this is somebody that you have separated from. And this is somebody who's actually keeping tabs on you somehow. If it's not social media, it's through other people, or maybe they have like a Finsta, or see, I'm like, my breathing is getting heavy, so I'm even getting like, this person might be doing things while they think about you, if you catch my drift. Yeah, this is somebody that you actually need to protect yourself from, energetically speaking, because this person wants to pull you back into their life. They want to tug on to your heartstrings and also down there as well. I'm getting to muddy the waters. Somebody really, really wants access to you, but they feel like they can't be open or upfront or let you know about it. Oh, this person is. Does this person know about? Okay. This has to be somebody that is aware of some sort of like energetic manipulation. So this person's trying to call you in because they know that if they were to approach you, you know, if they were to approach you and let you know that they want that old thing back, or they want some sort of, adult relationship with you, that you would reject it. So they're tugging on your energy because they want you to reach out to them. So if you find yourself thinking about this person a lot, this is somebody that you've disconnected from. So this is in your pile if there's somebody that you haven't separated from, that you're not still thinking about every now and then, or maybe all the time, even though you've released them. This is somebody who you definitely need to protect yourself energetically from this person. Like, this person is in your auric field heavy. And I think the way you're processing it is not that way. Like, I think the way you're processing it is like, oh, why can't I get this person off my mind? Not realizing that this person is the one who's actually pulling on your energy. When I say pulling, I don't mean like, oh, just a little. No, like this person's like trying to get you back into their reality, like their life. But I'm getting it. There's a huge sexual motivation here. And I don't think it's because this person only considers you in that way. No. But what I'm saying is that this person desires you so much on that level that they're doing things I would consider personally very much in the gray area, spiritually and energetically speaking. Because I do think this person is stepping out of bounds. And it's funny, I actually feel like they're aware of that as well. There's something forbidden here too. There's something forbidden here as well. There's something about your connection with this person that isn't... I'm hearing the word sanctimonious, but I don't actually know what sanctimonious means. So that might not be the right word. But there's something about your connection to this person that is not kosher. Sanctimonious. Making a show. Hold on. Sanctimonious describes someone acting morally superior, hypocritically pious, or holier than thou, often in an annoying, self-righteous manner. So I said there's something here that's not sanctimonious about this. This person understands that what they're doing is unfair and what they're doing is technically speaking wrong, but they're in such a selfish energy because their desire for you is so strong that they honestly don't care. This may have been somebody that you had to separate yourself from because they hurt you that much, or they betrayed you, or they used you and discarded you. There's something here where this person didn't really do right by you, which is why you're separated from them. But they desire you so much that they want you back. But you see, this person, yeah. I just got annoyed, sorry. This person is not going about it the right way. This person is actively trying to manipulate your energy. And I have the need to say, like, this may sound crazy, right? So this might be somebody who doesn't actually share how much they know and how much they use, like, energy. This is somebody who can be tapped in or knowledgeable about esoteric things, but they're not open about it. So you wouldn't even know that this is something that this person does. That they even know how to actively tug on you. Yeah, you might not be aware of that. And maybe that's why you feel so anxious too, because it's like this person is hiding themselves, energetically speaking. It's almost like there's a wall, but the wall isn't brick. The wall is not made of any matter, but it's black. So it's like you can't see behind the wall. And it seems like nothing is there. Because all you see is black, but on the other side, this person is literally pulling on you, tugging you. Okay, this might sound weird, but you could have been dealing with a witch or a warlock and didn't even realize it. Or if they themselves are not a witch or a warlock, then they're very close to people who are, so they know. Trust me, if you find yourself thinking about somebody that, like, you have nothing, like, you don't want anything to do with, and you're like, oh my gosh, why am I thinking about this person so much? And even when you think about this person, you just get so much anxiety. This person's tugging on you hardcore. This person wants you, like, they want you, but it's not in a way that's, like, admirable. The desire is strong, but I'm also getting it's for their selfish needs. Now, I don't want you to confuse that with, like, they only want a sexual relationship with you. No, 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 no. There's something very validating about you being in their life. And because this person has had access to you before, it's almost like they're, like, drooling at the mouth, like, I have to have access to you again. It's a nasty energy. Please protect yourself from this person. Pray this person away. Like, you need to protect yourself from this person, because this person is, like, all up in your auric field, like, crazy. No, like, crazy. And I do feel like I need to reiterate that, like, this is somebody who does not seem like, and definitely does not tell people that they know the things that they know. That they know how to do stuff like this. Mm. See, I felt the need to crack my knuckles. Um, this person is putting a lot of tension on you. There's a lot of tension on you. And it's actually, it's coming from this person. You need to free yourself of this person. So, um, yeah, I would pray to your spirit guides, or I would just speak out loud and just banish this person from your auric field completely. Because, yeah, this person's doing way too much. So that is what is beneath your anxiety pile number 3. All right. I hope that helps you. And if that message resonated for you, please comment down below. Like, tell me, like, have you been experiencing this? Have you been feeling this person tugging on you? Or have you been confused about why you're thinking about a certain person so much? Or have you been confused if you've been, like, feeling like kind of like an Energizer Bunny kind of, energy, where it's coming from? Let me know. Let me know. All right. Well, thank you so much for choosing me as your reader. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.